pull up the instructions here, actually.
Yeah, let me pull the instructions here.
Okay.
All right. Should we start with the prayer?
Yeah, let's do it. Nick, you want to say it?
You guys want me to say it?
Yeah, I was like, is Jimmy saying like he's already bowing his head?
I don't know.
Yeah. So I'll say it.
Okay.
All right. Well, dear Heavenly Father, thank you for this day. We're thankful for the chance we have to go to school and learn. And please bless us that we can have success in life and in our schooling and in our careers. And please help us to retain the information we learn and be able to apply it. And these things we pray for in the name of thy Son, Jesus Christ. Amen.
Amen. All right, let's see.
All right.
So the instructions are all kind of like pretty much all we have to do is negotiate.
Yeah, it's like what happened in your negotiations. So are we negotiating like as a Keurig and what's the other company name?
Green Mountain.
Yeah,
Green
Green
Mountain.
Mountain Coffee.
So yeah, Nick, you would be representing Keurig, and we would be representing Green Mountain.
Oh, great, guys! I didn't even read the other part of the. All right. Let's do this.
Let's do it.
So did you read the case study part though?
Yeah, I read the prep one, but I didn't.
Yeah, I read the prep one.
Okay.
I didn't see the announced one, so I don't really know like what's in it.
Yeah.
We'll help each other out.
Mm-hmm. What are we negotiating about?
Pretty much like a licensing agreement.
Uh-huh. Okay, let's see. So is this negotiation about like Keurig, or like no, the other company using the
yeah, so it would be Green Mountain Coffee.
Uh-huh.
They make coffee, obviously. Keurig is a company that has they make the machines that basically you put a little cup into the machine and it dispenses a cup of coffee. So the marketing deal or the alliance would basically be we use Keurig's new way to deliver coffee with a known respected coffee maker. So that's basically the alliance there is we would use a new way that the new trend in coffee is the little cups like that. And then we're using the coffee makers like market and brand that they already have established.
Okay, and also is Keurig supposed to get royalty from that, right?
Yeah, they would collect royalties from the distributor, from the coffee maker.
Yeah, that's what I understood.
So in plus two, I don't know how far into what we're supposed to go into what we read in our individual cases, but the biggest thing too is it's kind of like a win-win as far as marketing, because both people might know what Keurig is, but they don't know what Green Mountain is. They might know what Green Mountain is, but they don't know what Keurig is. So you can kind of build each other up in that sense.
Right. So the charts that are really helping me kind of analyze all this are on the case study assignment, Exhibit 3A and 3B.
Exhibit, okay.
It kind of shows it kind of maps out the two potential agreements that could go down here. 1 second, I'll be right back.
Okay.
Right. We'll look at these.
Hmm.
This is crazy. You can see. There's under the collar. It never sees the same. And you know what?
So I kind of put together a spreadsheet with a lot of this information,
Mm-hmm.
just so we can kind of see what would happen with different scenarios.
Okay.
So let me share that real quick here.
All right.
Let's get some of this stuff bigger. So this is all like per cup financials from a roaster standpoint.
Mm-hmm.
And then Keurig financials like per roaster, and then these are numbers. So these are numbers that were in the case. So 34 K cups a day, or 34 K cups per brewer per day. That's 250 days. So that kind of gives you a rough estimate of how many cups are going to be sold. And this one I just kind of threw a number in. It could be a lot more than that. Anyway, you can see how it'll change these financials down here.
Yeah.
So some of the main questions that we would like, as we discussed in the negotiation, we would need to talk about royalty fee, packaging costs, which packaging costs, no matter who does it, is estimated at $700,000, depreciating over 5 years. What else is another cost?
Well, I thought Keurig was like producing its own packaging for that price, like for $700,000. Is it not?
Well, that's one of the things that we could kind of, it's up for negotiation.
Oh, okay.
Because yes, if Keurig were to not go with a kind of an outside licensed company,
Mm-hmm.
then they would have to handle all the packaging
Mm-hmm.
costs. So working capital would be 10% of revenue from distributor. Cost to develop order processing and fulfillment capabilities are $300,000.
So what did you kind of pull from this spreadsheet? Like, who?
I mean, I would try to, like, coming from the roaster side, like I would try to find a way to reduce royalty fees and try to avoid taking on a whole lot of packaging costs, because we're already incurring
the two expenses that we're negotiating, or the two expenses / revenue streams, would be the royalty fee and then the packaging costs, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Those are like the two variables. From my point of view, just being non-biased, I think the best solution just would be something fair. Like, So it just ends up being more even. I'm not trying to be greedy or trying to take advantage of anyone. That's just my point of view on it.
Well, you're a terrible negotiator.
That's just my strategy. I got the next one.
That's great. I would imagine if you were running your own company, you would be a little little less fair, I'm sure.
Yeah, I mean everyone's always out to get more money.
I mean, you could like non-negotiate your company into the ground, essentially.
I think that but in all honesty, in the end, the person that has the leverage here would be whoever has a bigger brand exposure and who has the market, honestly. Because you can have a good idea, but if you don't have the market, then you're not. Just an idea.
Right.
Yeah, I think
So
that's
where the brewers actually have an advantage.
Yeah, isn't I think the Green Mountain has like a bigger exposure to the marketing stuff. That's why Keurig was trying to partner with them.
Yeah, so Keurig's newer.
Yeah, because the Green Mountain coffee is already like out there and everybody knows about it. I think. Let's see.
So I'm just kind of playing around with these numbers. So at the moment, without including like packaging costs, which it's hard to do like a per unit packaging costs because it's a one-time deal.
Yeah.
Well, it says the packaging cost for if the Keurig does it, the packaging cost would be just 13 cents.
Yeah, but in order to establish the packaging line, it costs $700,000.
Oh.
Like whoever does it, like obviously there needs to be a packaging line for the individual K cups. So whether that comes from the roaster or from Keurig, it's going to be $700,000. Which to me, it doesn't really make sense for the roaster to take on that packaging line. Like if Keurig is going to start licensing this out to multiple companies, multiple roasters, it would make sense for them to hold the line.
I agree. And they already have it established.
Yeah,
it's a specialty equipment and process, and it's no one else's. Why would anyone else do that for Keurig? Like they're the ones. Like we provide the coffee.
Right. So financially, as it stands, without that packaging expense, I don't know how I'm going to factor that in on a per unit basis, but if Keurig sold 1,000 brewers, they would their net income would be $500,000, which I don't know if I have all the expenses in there. I didn't really know. I couldn't really tell any other variable costs.
Yeah.
I couldn't really tell. But if Keurig collects a 5-cent royalty fee per cup, then that would bring the roaster financials to about the same. So about $500,000 net income. So I mean, I would aim for like a 5-cent royalty fee per cup.
5 cents.
Sold.
No.
Cool. We'll sign the papers here.
Do you want to make it sound better? Do you want to make it sound better to you?
Okay.
If you sell 1,000 brewers, then the royalties you gain from the cups that we sold, you'll gain $425,000.
From that 5 cents?
Yes.
Okay, deal.
There we
Deal.
go. That's what I'm talking about.
On the line, buddy.
I mean, this is assuming that, because in that little chart there it says that from the distributor to the customer, they would be able to sell 34 cups per brewer per day on a 250-day work days per year. So
That's where you got the 850,000
hold on.
on your cup sold.
Yeah, it's actually 8 million. 8.5 million
These
cups.
are all in millions then.
So you're selling 8 million cups a year.
Okay.
8 million cups is small. Okay, a year. Okay.
So
And you get 5 cents royalty from each cup.
So now let's do this. So let's say you pay the $700,000 the packaging cost. So let's go 700,000. How am I doing this? Make it per cup.
Okay.
I don't know how I can do this.
1,005.
No, that's not right. That's not right. Cost. So let's add a line to your revenue. Royalties.
Hey guys, sorry I'm so late.
That's okay. Nick's negotiating your company into the ground, though.
They want us
Okay.
to give 5 cents each cup.
No, you
Yeah,
guys.
that's a
getting-
deal.
you guys are-
That's a deal. If you guys don't decide in 2 minutes, it's going to go to 6.
yeah, you guys are getting 5 cents per cup.
Per cup. And what is our net income on that?
You would end up, if you sold 1,000 brewers, then your gain from that royalty fee would be $425,000.
Okay. What do you think, Nick? Do you like that or no?
I'm trying to think about it. Let me look at some numbers.
Already?
Cause like if you make your own, it's gonna cost like $700,000 for the packaging line. Has 5-year depreciation. 1,500 beer.
Well, that's what I got to do. I forgot how to do stupid depreciation expenses stuff.
Is that the depreciation on the actual coffee machine?
Yeah. So
It would be the appreciation on the packaging one, right?
And I think it had a 5-year span, right?
Yeah, I mean
I
it
think
would.
it would probably just be straight line. So you just divide.
divided by 5, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
700,000 divided by 5, like 140,000.
And then each machine is how much again? I'm trying to remember how much it was.
$700,000. Well, for the packaging line, the variable cost per brewer is $500.
Okay.
Yep.
So we're poised to make $425,000 off of this then.
You guys are dominating us. That was a horrible deal. Make it 3 cents royalty.
No. We already like
There we
600.
go. That's better.
Why not 10 cents? There we
Well,
go.
you guys are definitely taking on all the packaging costs. 3 cents. Okay, how about this? Fine. I feel bad. Let's make it 4 cents. There you go.
No. I think we'll keep the 5
You guys are
cents.
still making $100,000 more than us.
All right.
How about this? We will. I don't know. What I'm gonna say. You give us
So-
5 cents.
No, we're not going to do 5 cents because we don't have anything else to give. Like, if you guys are taking on the packaging, even with that expense, you'd have a net income of $700,000.
Okay, so is that with 4 cents then, Josh?
Hold on. Need to do some more math.
Okay.
Are you sure your math is right?
I'm checking. Let's do. Oops. That's better. Let's do 3.5 cents per.
Wow. Are you trying to lowball us or something? What's going on here?
No, you're still making more money than us.
3 cents doesn't sound like a lot of money here.
That's why I said 3.5 cents. You're still
Hardball.
getting. I need to put this in terms of bigger money, okay? Your royalty fee per year would be almost $300,000. There you go. Now you're happy.
Okay.
That's a lot of money.
And if you sold 2,000 brewers, hold on. Let's say, because I think if you do the packaging,
Yeah, like if we do the packaging by ourselves, how much that's gonna cost us?
your volume could be 1,500 brewers.
Uh-huh.
So let's see. Here we go.
Yeah,
So
let's
say
do
max,
that.
you max out the volume.
Mm-hmm.
Man, you guys are rolling in the money.
If we produce our own cups, are we making more money?
If you produce your own cups,
Uh-huh.
that's tough to say. What do you mean by produce your own cups?
I mean, make our own, I guess.
Make your own coffee?
Uh-huh. Yeah, that's what I meant. Sorry.
You know what? I don't have financials for your company, so you'd have to figure that out on your own.
Damn.
Brutal. Okay. Okay, here we go. Final offer. This is great. Because obviously we need to make more money than you guys do. We're gonna give
Not
you.
all that money, man. Come on.
We're gonna give you $382,000 per year in royalties, and you'll take on the packaging costs, which is roughly $140,000 a year. So if you max out the packaging line volume, you'd be making just shy of $1 million a year.
That's a pretty good deal, huh? And is that with a 3.5 cents?
No, nope. It went down to 3 cents.
Went down to 3 cents. We better not. Okay, so for 3 cents, we get almost $1 million for
Almost $1 million. Yep.
Okay. I kind of like that. Nick, what do you think?
But you kind of need to understand that our coffee is like really good. So you know,
Is
you
your
have to give it, like
is your coffee really good?
It says it's really good here in the case study.
I really have no idea what good coffee is.
Okay,
So,
let me put together a quick little financial view
like
and
I
all
think
in.
like like even though you guys like give us, let's say, like 4 cents, like it will be worth it for you guys because it will help you. It will help your brand get in the higher place too with that because of that.
I don't know about that. We're already pretty well established. We don't need you guys.
Just think about the long term. Like you gotta look at the long term vision right here. Our good company with your brand, with your company, and that if that goes together, your brand value is gonna go up, right?
Well, so would yours if we joined with you guys.
Yeah. So it's well, that's true.
Hold on, let's see. 300,000. One time.
So what are all the different things we're supposed to decide as far as our negotiation? So I know one of the things is we need to figure out who needs to pay for the shipping and all the labeling. I saw that in the thing. And then let's see here. Oh, well, I guess we could just follow the the case thing.
Mm-hmm.
Do this right. Okay. All right. Here we go. This is why this is a good deal for you guys. Right here. So this is like what's your coffee called? Like True North or something like that?
Yeah. True North something.
Okay.
Where is
So let's say you do your own coffee, you don't use us. So you still have the same sales, no royalties. Expenses, variable costs would be the same. You would still have the same packaging costs, but now you incur ordering costs. It's a one-time $300,000 deal, so I just divided that by 10 years, assuming you may need to read through the system after 10 years. But that makes your total net income a little shy of 600,000. So just in the royalties that you gain, you're gaining about $400,000.
Is that annually?
What's that? Yeah, that's per year.
Okay. Okay. I think that's a good deal because I was looking at other things and stuff. Looks like it is a good deal.
Yeah, it sounds pretty good. And then, how much are you two guys making on this deal?
So if we keep it at 3 cents, whoa, sorry,
Don't say you guys are making $1 million.
we're making $1 million. Yes, we're making $1 million, but so are you guys. Well,
We're not even close.
you're $8,000 short. This is you guys. This is us.
8,000.
Yeah, it's just $8,000. 8,000 compared to $1 million is like chump change.
How about you make us even $1 million and $1 million for you, and we call it even.
Okay, let me consult my spreadsheet here. What do I have to do here?
It's only $8,000 short, man. We can probably do something about it and make it happen.
How about okay? Here we go. We both get $1 million.
See, that's what I'm talking about. You happy? We happy? Everybody happy.
3.1 cents per cup.
Perfect.
There you go. There you go. That's a good deal.
$1 million.
Yes. What do you think, Derek? $1 million, man.
We all make money and we all buy mansions together. So.
All right.
And in the same neighborhood. So.
Hey, but here's the thing: you're gonna have to pay royalties on the coffee because our coffee is really good, but you're gonna sell a lot more.
Yeah.
People will want your machine because they're like, I want that coffee. I want that Keurig now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Then we just have to turn in our temple recommends is awesome.
Yeah, I don't know. So, well, if you're a member of the church, you can't have a coffee business.
I don't know.
I don't know how that works.
Yes.
If you don't drink coffee, but you can you own a coffee business?
I don't know. I'm just joking around. I don't know.
No, but I'm asking a serious question.
What's that?
I don't think there's a problem with it.
No, I don't. I
Yeah.
don't think so. As long as you can sleep well at night, that's all that matters.
But that is one of those questions you'll find people that say absolutely not.
Yeah.
Everybody will have their own opinion. I was just joking.
I don't think they're gonna take your temple recommend away because you sell Keurigs.
Uh-huh.
It's for hot chocolate.
That's right. I was just being silly.
Yeah, I'll just.
So we both make $1 million. We're happy. Do we go over the questions on the case?
And we can go through those and kind of see if they apply to our negotiation.
Sure.
Yeah. I mean, we're all getting $1 million. So do we really need to go through these questions?
Oh, so no, this is saying at the end of the meeting, take a summary and give votes. So this will help us kind of fill out our little quiz thing that we take.
Yeah.
So we're done. We're gonna do the deal. We got a good price figured out. Everyone's happy. What was the tone of negotiations? What happened? Did you do a walkthrough per cup economic analysis? We did.
Mm-hmm.
The major points of disagreement, we were just trying to figure out the royalty per cup and who would take charge of the manufacturing.
Yeah. Keurig's position. So, how did you view Keurig's position? I think you guys are in a good position to negotiate with a lot of roasters.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If your name starts getting out there, then you're going to be pretty popular with roasters.
Yeah. I don't think that this deal is as important to Green Mountain.
Probably not. I don't think.
I think it's a little bit more important for Keurig because they're smaller and they need.
Yep.
They need to be branded that they have good coffee and that you can have different variety. What is the maximum value that could be shared? So it was basically whatever we split, right?
Yeah, so it's about $1,005,000, something like that.
Okay.
Of course, we're still making more than you guys by about 2,000.
You can keep the chump change.
Okay. Buy ourselves.
So I have how much does Keurig earn at a True North, and basically from the case, it ends up being their profits are about 390,000, so right around 400K.
Uh-huh.
But with the license agreement, they make a lot more.
Yep.
Their profits will be around over $1 million, so like 1.3, 1.2. So they sell a lot more, but they also make a lot more money with the licensing. What's Zupa?
I think Zupa is also a coffee place.
There is a restaurant called Zupa's here in Arizona. It's kind of like a Paradise Bakery type of thing. But
Zupa's.
Yeah, it's a cafe type place. They sell a lot of salads and stuff like that.
The Zupa? I feel like it's an acronym though. It says, what is the Zupa?
Oh, I see what you're saying. Never mind.
Yeah, that's always weird. The question under it is how big of a deal is exclusivity? I think that's more important for Keurig. Because they don't, if you have the Green Mountain Coffee, just they're in like 10 other different machines. Like if you really want that coffee, you have to go actually buy a Keurig. But if it's in different machines, that gives more competition against like the brewer.
Mm-hmm.
So it's actually more important for Keurig.
Yeah, I think so too. It is because Keurig is trying to like get it get it out there so everybody knows its brand and how good. I mean, they're actually good.
People always want to be exclusive.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So what do you guys think about, like, because I think Green Mountain mentioned if they were to like buy out Keurig and like just kind of go exclusive there, do you think that would be a good idea, or do you think this is better just from a pure like licensing?
I think that Green Mountain Coffee, it would even benefit them to not even maybe not necessarily acquire them, but definitely have an equity share.
Yeah.
And that would help Keurig with their cash position. They would make a lot of money on that. But then we would be able to have more like an alliance, but we would have equity ownership and we would have a little bit more say so.
Correct.
I think we would get a couple of seats on the board as far as Green Mountain.
Right.
Yeah, definitely a portion of the equity for sure.
Sometimes it's harder on these cases because, like, in retrospect, I don't know if you guys are familiar with Keurig, but they're a huge company.
Yeah.
And when this was written, they weren't as big at all.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
But they're massive. They've done very well.
Yep. Well, I think we struck a deal that was pretty good for both of us.
Yeah. I agree.
Me too.
Absolutely, lots of wheeling and dealing. Nick was very passionate. So
Yeah, Derek just like walked into the fire there. He could like jump right in. All right, that was.
Is this the last case, or do we have one next week?
I think this is it. I don't think we have to do any meetings. I think we just kind of write our case analysis final on our own for next week.
Oh, we don't need to do the case